Welcome, dear ones. Welcome to Sacred Sexy Sovereign Day 2. Make your life more sexy. I am so excited to be here with you on day 2 of this amazing event to embody your soul's essence in 2024. Just take a moment to send yourself gratitude, whether you're joining us live today, January 8th, 2024, or you're watching the replay, time traveling back with us. You are so welcome here. We feel your energy. You belong here. And well done, because it's not easy, as we learned yesterday, to carve the space for the sacred. And by joining us, you are confirming your own worthiness by being here with us today. Because this isn't about me or anything I'm going to say. This is about you showing up for yourself, for your own journey, to open your own intuitive wisdom, reconnect to your own body, and truly embody your soul's essence. Today, you can expect to dance, you can expect to learn, so grab your journal and reflect. If you're here with us live, let me know in the comments, dear ones. Good morning, welcome. So excited to be with you all. And in case we've never connected before, my name is Ellen Gilbert, and I am a Sacred Feminine Leadership Coach. It is truly my mission and my deep pleasure to help women embody their sovereignty. And hello, Claire. So grateful you're here, dear one. And this 3-day event, Sacred Sexy Sovereign, this is the first time I've run this event. And it really came through as a desire because I was reflecting on my words for 2024. And you've probably seen this all over social media. What is your word for the year? And y'all know I am not in the business of limiting myself. So, 3 words came up. And it's not just for 2024, it's for my soul, it's for my whole lifetime. The 3 feelings that I am here to embody are sacred, sexy, and sovereign. And when I say sexy, that might make your ears prick up a little bit. In fact, my mastermind sisters, when I shared with them the name of this challenge, they were a little bit like, "Ooh, sexy. Are you sure about that one?" You know, it's a little edgy, it's a little shadowy. And if you don't know me, I really like to lean into those shadows and play with them. I am a Scorpio moon after all, so I really want to unpack what I mean by the word sexy. Hey, Savannah. Hey, Hannah. Welcome, dear ones. Sexy. What do I mean by that? I am not talking about how you appear to anyone else. I am talking about how you feel from inside your body. What is your embodied present experience? Because you can go out and get a massage, you can go out get some body work done, you can go out to the spa and get your nails done and just be so feel so beautiful and adorned or touched and nourished. But it is your awareness from inside your own body that truly is the healer. And I say this to my clients when I put my hands on them in some fascia regulation work. I say, you must stay with the sensation. You must stay with your own embodied experience to really experience the shifts for yourself. Because what we're doing and what we're going to do today is really coming home to our own experience of our own bodies. And that is a radical thing, my dears, because we are women living in the patriarchy. And the male gaze has been put on us from birth, from adolescence for sure. And it's probably left some imprints in your own body of safety or unsafety when it comes to expressing yourself, when it comes to owning your pleasure, when it comes to living your life. You know, you might feel like it's not safe to fully be expressed. And if I know one thing for sure, it's that we need women to fully express their soul's essence. because this raises the vibration of the planet. Dear ones, there is so much external pushback on us already as women living in the patriarchy. There are so many external blocks we're going to face on our leadership journeys. And there's so much internally as well, the inner critic, the imposter syndrome. Like, this shit is gnarly. And the last thing we need is to feel unsafe when it comes to expressing ourselves. And the best way I know how to do that is to flip the script, flip the gaze from being an object for others' consumption, worried about how others perceive us, to being the subject of our own lived experience, the subject in the driver's seat of our lives, y'all. And tomorrow we're talking all things sovereignty. And yesterday we talked all things sacred intention. And today is really that crossroads, because this is really the embodiment piece. So even if your words are not sacred, sexy, sovereign for 2024, I want you to drop in. What is your word? What are your words? How do you want to feel this year? How does your soul long to be expressed, to come alive in 2024? If this was your soul's year to fully express itself, how would it feel? Drop in. Find the words. Type them in the chat. We'd love to witness you, whether you're here live or traveling back, dear ones. Because truly, this is the season of desire. I always say this about the winter solstice. The word desire means to be apart from our star. And at the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, we're as far from the sun as we can be before it starts to make its way back. The season of desire. Winter is such a beautiful time of tapping into our longings. I want you to meet your needs, dear ones, but I also want you to uncover your desires. Our society will make your desires wrong and will tell you that you're too much if you have them. But the truth is, your desires contain your pure soul's essence, your dream for the world. And you getting your desires doesn't take anything from others. In fact, it's what's going to sustain you and nourish you on your leadership journey. So I want you to embrace your desires with courage. Savannah's word for the year is centered. So beautiful, Savannah. Ooh, yeah, let's just get into that juicy essence. What does centered feel like? I love that. Okay, beautiful. I want to talk a little bit about Eros before we start dancing. I got a song on deck ready to play. So Eros, have we heard this word? So Eros is really the root of the word erotica, and it can mean sensual love, and it can mean desire. And in many cultures, it's considered the driving force for life. If you think about it, human life is sexually transmitted. And so when we shame sex, when we shame desire, when we shame women's bodies, we're really shaming this great mystery that reproduces life. And so we want to be really careful about that, because we want to be grateful for life, for this beautiful mystery, this energy of life, Eros. And so I want you to think about, as you're coming into your sexiest life in 2024, whatever that means for you. That could have nothing to do with sex, by the way. That could have nothing to do with a partner. For you, it could be all about your senses, awakening your 5 senses to get in touch with your intuition. It could be about healing your body from an illness, or strengthening the body to be more resilient. It could be about having that greater body awareness as you live your life. Whatever that means for you, making 2024 more sexy, I really want you to stay connected to this idea of Eros as the driving force. And it's a big piece of my program, Nourish Leaders. We have an entire week, Savannah knows, um, about Eros and the erotic, and how what we desire, what we can play with, really inspires and drives us further in our leadership work. Whether you are a career woman, whether you are an artist, an entrepreneur, however you define community organizer, however you define leadership, that eros, that energy of desire and play and fun is really going to spur you on. And you can think about ovulation, the ovulatory point in the menstrual cycle, how around day 13, day 14, maybe you notice you have all this erotic energy. It's the peak of the cycle, it's the mountaintop, it's the time to create, yes, new human life, but also whatever the hell you want, because you are a liberated woman. And so, whether it's a novel, your PhD dissertation, some incredible new scientific study, whatever it is that you're creating, working with Eros, working with ovulation, working with your own sensuality is really going to help you. And healing those shadows and clearing those blocks that we're going to talk about today is so essential, dear ones. We don't want to hold ourselves back. So, are we getting this? Are we all on the same page? Let me know if you have any questions throughout our hour together. We're going to start dancing, y'all. My clients know I am liable to break out into dance at any point. My friends know this too. So I hope that you will meet me on the dance floor right now, wherever you are, and truly get into the place internally where you can feel the music, feel every movement, drop away any worries about what people think. I want you to dance like a fool. I want you to let go like you've never let go. And this is a safe place. This is a container. I'm the only one that can see myself on a screen here, so you really got nothing to worry about. Let's just let go and feel the music together. You are so worthy, dear ones. You are so welcome here. I'm so grateful. Let me know if you can't hear the music. On the road again, moving on. Just gonna sway forward. Since stones won't break bones, we're in the car on a highway. It's a magical feeling that knows by the home. Starting to feel it in your body. You're a catalyst to your own happiness, you know. Gratitude for your precious heart. It's pumping love. It's your heart. It's alive. Let it go. Feel your heart. Woo! Yes! Oh my gosh. Y'all better have danced with me. Y'all better have let go. Oh, dear one. Hannah! Thank you, beautiful. We always need a 10 a.m. dance party. Yes, I dance every day. I highly recommend it. One side effect is shortness of breath afterwards. How's everyone feeling? Let me know in the comments. Feel your heart beating. It's alive, it's pumping blood. Feel this experience. Drop in, close your eyes. Your cells are illuminated. They're open. Do you feel it? Do you feel this expansive possibility through your whole body? This is expansion. So let's talk about it. I work with two modes of the body, expansion and safety. For those of you who have done Nourish Leaders, you know, and for those of you about to do it, you're going to find out. So we have two modes and we need to titrate between them. It's not safe to be in expansion all the time. It's not good for our nervous system. It can be traumatizing. We need to come back inward from time to time. This is why the cycle has safety and expansion. We have the menstruation and we have the ovulation. This is why the life cycle, we have these peak years of fertility, and then we have menopause. We have birth and we have death. We have these great opposites, and we need both. We need to be moving between the two. And so it's not safe to stay in safety all the time. It's not safe to stay in that period cave or in the sick bed, or it's not safe to stay, a hermit in the desert away from society forever. We need each other. We need both, the extroversion and the introversion. You picking up what I'm putting down? So there are going to be times when you don't feel like dancing. And that's okay. I want you to drop in and ask yourself, do I need safety or do I need expansion? Yesterday, we did a little bit of fascia regulation with some fascia scrubbing, skin to skin. That's safety. Anything that's helping you find the outsides, the edges, the proprioception of your body's container brings a sense of safety, down regulation. Anything that regulates your breath, like alternate nostril breathing, tapping, EFT. We might practice some EFT together. That's safety. If you have any questions about this, let me know. But yes, I do have a playlist, Hannah. I will definitely share with you all in the email today. So, safety and expansion. We need both. And I want you to also notice if you've been in safety for too long, I really think as a society, we tend towards shutdown. And we tend towards it's safer for me to stay hidden, to stay small, to not be visible. That's why so many of us have anxiety about being on the dance floor. People are going to see us. How can we let go when there's an audience? And this is why it's important to practice expansion at home in the safety, and privacy of our home, so that when we get out on that dance floor, when someone is watching, we can remember what it's like and how good it feels. So I want you to practice expansion, dear ones. So proud of you. Okay, let's talk about your current life. I want you to Get your journal and also close your eyes. Everything at once. Drop in. Scan your life. Scan your life for the sexy. Your current life. Your environment. See your environment. Does it turn you on? Or is it maybe wanting? No judgment, but just recognition. Scan your relationships. Is there room for you to be sexy and expressive? Or do things need to shift? How sexy do you feel in your love life with maybe a partner, partners, or just solo? Or is there room for more? Even in your social life, are you putting yourself out there? Or is there room for more? In your relationship with your body, is there sensuality? Are you tending to this piece? Is there adornment, pleasure? Or is there room for more? And maybe when I ask this question, dear one, with your eyes closed, there are shadows already beginning to emerge. The shadows of shame, fear of judgment, self-judgment. And there might be wounds, real wounds, traumas from past experiences. There might be fear for your own safety. I want you to make those shadows welcome here as well, because pushing them away only intensifies them, as we know. Just giving them a little nod. I see you. I see you, shame. I see you, fear. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. Beautiful. You can open your eyes. Let's talk about these fucking blocks and how they function. How they function externally. Why would the patriarchy want you to be ashamed of your own sexuality? Why would society want women to be ashamed of their bodies? Why would those in power want women to be kept in a place where they're not aware of their own bodies? Because your body is your power. This is why they burned women at the stake, because they had knowledge of birth and death and plant medicines and bodies' healing processes. And they were also too sexy and too expressive. And that memory lives in us, in our cells. It's called the witch wound. And I've got a great sermon on it. If you want me to send that to you, let me know. Dear ones, your body is your power. That's why they took our choice away from us. That's why the state tries to control our relationships. That's why institutionalized religion has made it so sinful for a woman to be in her body, aware of her body, loving her body, using her body, expressing through her body. Your body is your power. And as you come home more and more to your body, more and more in aligned relationship with her, not only can you access your intuition, your wisdom, your power, find out what you really want, and meet your own needs, you you can also figure out what you want to say no to. I've been thinking about this a lot, about consent. I was raised evangelical, and where are my ex-evangelicals at? Um, Abstinence only sex education was the name of the game. And you know what they did to us with this purity bullshit was they really took away our ability to say no. Because if you're not taught about sex, if you're not taught about pleasure, if you're not taught about your own body's power and wisdom, then yeah, they take away your yes, but they also take away your no. Because it's by dropping in and feeling the divining rod, the sensitive instrument of your body, that you can actually tell when you want to say yes and when you want to say no. Hey, Maggie, she knows what I'm talking about, girl. We got some healing to do. Yes. Oh, I know. And I know we're so not alone. Yes, Hannah, yes. Big deep breath for those little adolescent girls sitting in those pews in those schoolrooms being fed that bullshit. We can rescue them now. We can rescue her every day by coming home to our body's wisdom, by loving our bodies, and by cultivating pleasure practice. And I am someone that has had a lot of sexual trauma because of purity culture and because of evangelical teachings. And as a queer person, especially, it was super challenging for me when I started becoming a sexual person. The shame was absolutely debilitating. And what I've learned going into those shadows, going into those blocks, is that it's the only way to heal them is to just lean all the way in and say, what is the purpose of this shame? Who is it benefiting? Once you kind of peel back those layers, you can't unsee it, and your entire existence becomes this expression of your truth, which is the most healing thing we can possibly do. And it's like giving a middle finger to all the ways we've internalized that as our inner critic, as our imposter syndrome, the inner patriarch that's like overseeing, making sure that, we're not too sexy. We're not spelling out what we really want too much. Because that's something our ancestors could never do, dear ones. Do it for them. Shit. I think about all my queer ancestors, I think about all the, evangelical, highly religious, buttoned up, like pilgrim ancestors, if you will. And I think about, yeah, how I can right some of those wrongs, how I get to be this change in that great chain of time, and how I want to do that for my future children and their children's children, So good. Okay. We've got so much to talk about. Also, who else struggles with low libido? And, you don't have to self-identify, but just internally maybe think about it. Like, have you ever thought to yourself, like, oh, I'm just not a sexual person? Sexiness is for other women, but it's just not for me. And have you ever judged a woman for being too sexy or for appearing too full of herself, too pleasure seeking? Yeah, I think that's a connection. I think there's a reason some of us have low libido. We judge others and then we judge ourselves. Judgment is a bridge to what you most desire. Just like jealousy. Jealousy is a bridge too. Jealousy is like a little bit more evolved judgment. Judgment, like we're so unconscious that we want it. I want you to really think about that. Who you might be judging as you scroll Instagram, who might be triggering you, and what it might be trying to awaken within you. They might be expressing something you wish you could express. They might show you a reflection of confidence that you wish you had. Just something to take forward. Okay, so low libido. This obviously can be a medical issue, so talk to your doctor. It can also be a sign of depression, and I have absolutely been there, dear ones. But I think it can also be this piece of like numbness and shutdown, like we were talking about before with safety and expansion. Our nervous system really knows, fight, flight, which would be more of that expansion, or freeze, which would be more of that safety. And the idea is to use these modalities to bring balance. So if you do have low libido, I want you to ask yourself if maybe some part of you has gone so inward because it's trying to keep itself safe. How can you bring in a little bit of this expansion? Dancing is a great place to start. Self-touch. And it can be fascia touch. It doesn't have to be masturbation. It can just be being sensual with yourself, awakening your senses, having that sacred practice we talked about yesterday. But I want you to think about a pleasure practice you can bring in, dear one. And maybe write it down in your journal. What pleasure practice can you commit to for 2024? If the whole year feels a little intimidating, what pleasure practice can you commit to for January? I think we need pleasure the most in the winter. So maybe it is masturbation. Maybe it's putting on lingerie and just lounging about with some like sensual music playing. Maybe it's self-massage with some luxurious oils. Maybe it's just eating dark chocolate. Whatever it is for you. What's that? What are you committing to? Yeah, put it in the chat. Let's hold each other accountable. It is so important, dear ones. Keep a little list for yourself in your journal of what turns you on. And let what turns you on turn you on. Don't be like ashamed of it. Like, bring it to your partner. You never know. Or just keep it as like a thing, like a running list that you're curious about. We got to be our own lover first. And remember that pleasure practices can be cyclical. So you could have a totally different pleasure practice when you're menstruating than you have when you're ovulating. You might learn what feels good to you. And this isn't about like fixing your libido or, being a more available partner. This is about you truly sensitizing your own body. So we can use this instrument, this vessel, that really, I think it is the spirit. It's the only vehicle by which we experience life that we know of for sure. It's the only vehicle through which, the lens through which you're seeing the world and experiencing everything the world has to offer. So let's sensitize it. Let's get really sensitive. Being sensitive has become such a bad thing. I think being sexy is being sensitive. It's like being soft enough, vulnerable enough to really feel all of life. And for me, the only way I can lean into that vulnerability is by trusting that I have my own back. And that's the sovereignty piece we're going to talk about tomorrow. So good. Sovereign and sexy really go hand in hand because they balance each other. And your sovereignty is going to help your sexy come out and be free. So, yeah, it's interesting. All right, dear ones. What else? So we went through your current life. Let's talk about I have a few book recommendations. I just started reading a couple of these, so if they're terrible, don't blame me because I haven't finished them. The Body Keeps the Score. We know that one's not terrible. That's like foundational literature for a lot of the body psychology master's programs I've been looking into. The Body Keeps the Score. So, this is all about how we literally have the imprint of trauma in our bodies. Hannah's reading it. Love that. Book club. Yes, we hold that trauma in our bodies. We hold it from ancestors. We know this through epigenetics. But we hold it through our own experiences. Your body remembers things that your brain cannot fathom. And sometimes these things can come up when you're working with the body. And I do think it's important. Like, if you have a history of trauma, work with somatic experience therapists, work with a therapist with some sort of bodywork background, work with a trauma informed massage therapist, work with a trauma informed fascia healer slash leadership coach. No, although, yes, I would love to hold space for you. Um, Yes. So the Body Keeps the Score, we're all fans. Another great one on that vein is My Grandmother's Hands, which is more about the embodied nature of racism and prejudice and how that gets passed down. And that's, I think, just important for all of us to read. One that I read back in 2020, The Body is Not an Apology, Sonia Renee Taylor. Just such good confirmation of the way that our culture puts bodies on a hierarchy. And whether it's race, whether it's body shape, size, ability, health, you know, all of these things, it's so important to pull back the layers of conditioning that we've been put through to really see some bodies as good and most bodies as bad, and the way we take that inside and then judge our own bodies because of our fucking beauty standards. These $1 billion fashion, diet, and beauty industries. And now wellness is really going that way as well. Just to unpack, that has affected you. That has put a lens over how you see your body. Again, that gaze, seeing your body as a product for others' consumption, seeing your body as this little foot soldier for how much success you can have in the world. Yes, and it really makes a difference because all we want is to belong, and we all deserve that belonging. But these beauty standards, these body standards, this racism, this ableism, this ageism, it impacts us. And these are like the cultural shadows we need to confront as well. Even if you think you're like the most woke person on the planet, this has impacted you. So we got to do that work also. So we got to do the ancestral work. We got to do the cultural work. We got to do the body work. It's a lot, y'all. You don't have to do it alone. I'll put that out there again. Another couple great books. Pussy is a book my coach recommended to me. So I have just started it. I'm really excited. Mama Gina is her name, the author. So it's all about like the power of your pussy. So if you want to read it with me, let me know. And then another one, Existential Kink. Has anyone read this? I would be so curious. This was recommended to me by a coach as well. And just the idea, I'll just lay it out there. I don't know if anyone's, in the kink community out there. I am certainly like on the outside looking in, very curious from a healing perspective. But the idea of existential kink is that you take the shadow, the thing you're like most afraid of, the thing you're most judging yourself for, and you essentially let it turn you on and like heal it through the power of kink and sex and, just owning your shadow fully, like fully. So beautiful. Hannah says, love your lady landscape. Ooh, okay. seems to go along the same lines, and I liked it. Thank you for the recommendation. This is so good. We have so much to unpack and heal together. Ugh, so good. It's so empowering to read these books, to learn these lessons, and to do this work. And I'm so grateful we're all doing it. Okay, let's see. I have so much I want to say, y'all. Let's get into 2024. How are you going to make it your sexiest year ever? What does that mean for you? Let's close our eyes. Let's drop in. We got our journals ready. Feel your body. Ooh, let's feel our feet on the floor. Let's do a little body scan. Feel your feet on the floor. Maybe give them a little tap, tap, tap. Lift and spread your toes and root the heel of your foot and the mounds of your foot into the earth while lifting and spreading your toes. Do you feel how that picks up your pelvic floor? Bring your seat up off the back support. It's starting to awaken your pelvic floor, starting to just turn everything on. Bring this juicy awareness and aliveness in. Yeah. Let's like draw honey up from the earth, feeling that golden honey just start to massage your feet up through the ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, this awareness, this sparkling golden honey up into your pelvic floor, your honey pot, if you will, that sacred trinity of your womb, your hips, your pussy. Oh, it's so taboo for me to even say it. Okay, just feeling that honey fill that space, that holy trinity. Drawing it up even more into the solar plexus, into the heart. This honey just washing over you. It's your awareness. Up over the shoulders, down through the arms, out the fingers, this warmth, this aliveness, up through the throat, up through the head, up through the crown, spilling over your scalp, dripping down your back, so your entire body is just drenched in honey. You can lower your toes. Take a deep breath in and let it go. With your eyes still closed, I want to invite forward the most sexy version of yourself you can imagine. No judgment. What does she look like? What's her demeanor? What's her mood, her body language? How does she move? How has she adorned herself? And just watch her live a day in the life. What makes her the sexiest version of you as she wakes up and goes throughout her day. Maybe seeing her morning routine, her sacred morning practice. How does she awaken her senses? How does she prioritize her pleasure? How does she get ready for her day? How does she interact with everyone in her life? What constraints have fallen off of her? How does she work? What is her work like? What is her play like? How does she nourish herself? How does she give and receive love? And at the end of the day, how does she wind down? And I just want you to imagine her coming and like being absorbed into your body right now as you're sitting here at the start of 2024. Just welcome her in. Her cellular expression, her embodiment, her energy. Just let it ease into your body and notice how it feels. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Share in the chat, what was she like? What are the top qualities that you're really excited about? And yeah, how do you hope to embody her more in 2024? Maybe it's like a small piece you can start with right now. I see the conversation about the word pussy. Yeah, it can be used derogatorily. I use it to reclaim it as a power term. Obviously, use the language that works for you. But I'd love to hear, what was your sexiest self like? What was it like meeting her? And what is your plan to make 2024 your sexiest year yet, dear ones? Let's commit. Let's commit to some of these pleasure practices. If there was one commitment that you're making moving forward from today, what would it be? Maybe it's just to pick up one of the books we talked about. Maybe it's to start doing your daily pleasure practice or weekly or monthly practice. Yes, meeting her felt very exciting for this year's growth. She was so lively and vibrant. Oh, beautiful. Love it so much, dear one. You are so worthy. And I just want you to notice like how it feels in your body to connect with her, to let her in. It's that sense of expansion, right? It's that sense of openness that is available to you at every moment. Shame wants to shut us down. It really wants us to round our shoulders, go inward, protect our heart. But the truth is, you can experience this and still be safe because you have your own back. You are a smart, capable adult woman, and this is safe. Your time has come to express yourself fully. And tomorrow we're going to get into sovereignty and really how to hold those lines, those boundaries in our lives. But for today, we're just going to let ourselves play. What's possible when we soften and open and expand? What's possible when we sensitize our bodies and just let this honey flow? So good. If there are any fears, blocks, shadows, you can type those in the comments as well. I would love to hold space for that. That is so common with this work. And like I said, we just got to lean into it together, dear ones. Let's do some tapping to close us out. And if you've stayed live to the end in these last 10 minutes, you will be entered to win our giveaway for today, which is $100 off any invoice with me this year. That's equivalent to your first session free. So I'll be drawing names and announcing that later today. And just a reminder, there is a homework giveaway for today. If you answer the homework question, that's going to be posted on Facebook after this, you will win a gorgeous ball. So this is mine. I use it almost every day. This is the one I'll be mailing you. Don't worry, I haven't used it. So this is from Tune Up Fitness, and we used this in my fascia training It is so amazing for nervous system regulation. Any kind of fascia scrubbing that I do on Instagram, on Facebook, in our coaching sessions, you can do it with the ball, and it mimics that skin to skin contact. It has obviously a large surface area, so it's not too intense on the nervous system when you roll on the ball. I love to use it on my glutes, on my low back, on my psoas. Oh my gosh, talk about the body keeps the score. The psoas. I could do a whole training on the psoas, but using this ball, if you win it today, we will definitely start to, or ask me any questions. Where is that from? Can you let me know what you're talking about? The ball? The Coregeous ball? This is from Tune Up Fitness. And so I love using all of their therapy balls. So yes, so interested in your psoas. Yeah, totally. And we can definitely talk more about how to use it. I'm so excited. I love to use it on my heart as well. It's a great heart opener. Yeah, pain every time. Oh, I feel you, dear one. Same. But this has helped at the same time. And I've been using it throughout the training, just having it here on my low back. So, yay! Oh, and the last piece I want to mention before we tap and close out today is that doors to Nourish Leaders are open. I don't know what I just put in the chat. Leaders. Hopefully that posts as a link. So Doors to Nourish Leaders are open. This is my 12-week group one-on-one hybrid women's leadership coaching container. The price is $600 off this week only. So if you join by Saturday, dear ones, you'll get $600 off. This is my signature program. I only run it a couple of times a year. There are 12 spots available. Also, if you join this week, you get some juicy bonuses. So definitely check that link, check all that out. I have a 3-month and a 6-month payment option, which makes it super affordable and accessible. And to apply, you just fill out a simple form and book a short vibe check with me. It's like a 30-minute Zoom call just to make sure that, this is the right aligned next step for your journey, and to make sure we're a good fit and to answer any questions that you might have. Running Nourish Leaders has truly been such an honor and a pleasure to create this program. It really felt like something was flowing through me as I wrote the ebook, as I wrote the course and recorded the audio course for you. There's weekly embodiment classes and practices. There's a group of women leader badasses ready to support you and cheer you on and be your sisters. And the reason I created this program is because the world needs your leadership. We need you in your body. We need you living this expressed life. We need whatever your soul came here to share. We need it. And so there's so many blocks. There are so many forces that want to shut us down, keep us quiet, keep us small, keep us stuck in the old patterns of shame. And I really believe that together we can be the counterforce to those forces, and we can trust our intuition and bring through whatever it is we came here to bring through. And I know that you have so much love to share, and you have so much passion and purpose to share with the world. And I want to help you bring that out. You don't have to do it alone. It's really hard. Like, I wouldn't be here without the support of my coach and many coaches I've worked with and teachers and healers. And, it's just such an honor to be able to hold this space for my beautiful clients. And so if you're curious about Nourish Leaders, just send me a little DM. We can have a little chat. And now for some tapping. So if you've never tapped before, we're just going to start tapping on the karate chop point. Taking some deep breaths. The other point. And I just want you to notice your relationship with your body. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at with it today? 1 being self-judgment, shame, fear, shut down. 10 being like total acceptance, love, openness, expansion. No judgment either way. And we're going to start tapping. So we tap on the points on the inside of the eyebrow. And then we tap on the point outside the eye. We tap under the eye. We tap under the nose. We tap under the mouth. We tap on the collarbones. We tap under the armpits. That's a good one. Good point right there. Like right where your bra strap would be. I'm not wearing a bra. We tap at the top of the head. And now we're going to start to say some mantras, so you can repeat after me or find your own for how you're feeling. Even though I have a lot of shame when it comes to my body, I still completely love and accept myself. I have so many shadows when it comes to being sexy. I have a lot of fear, and it really scares me. Sometimes I feel numb in my body, or I feel shut down. And I still completely love and accept myself. I know that I am the kind of person that can heal. I know that I am the kind of person that can live a sexy life. I know that I am the type of person that can live fully expressed. Anything is possible. And I am so worthy of expressing myself. I am so worthy of the abundance that comes from fully expressing myself. Already I feel the abundance coming. I know that in 2024, I will connect with the most sexy version of myself. The most powerful version of myself. The most wise, embodied version of myself. And I can't wait. I fully love and accept myself exactly as I am in this moment. And I am so excited to embark on this journey. Take a deep breath in, back to the karate chop point. Check in. Where are you on that scale of 1 to 10 now? Keep tapping if you wish. I'm going to take a deep breath. Bring it to heart center. Let it go. If you're still here with me, pop a comment in the chat to be entered to win our giveaway. And I'm here if you have any questions, dear ones. I'm going to wrap this up and send the homework prompt, the replay, and some encouragement for the rest of your day. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Maggie, for being here, dear ones. and I'll announce the giveaway winner. So exciting. If you have any questions about Nourish Leaders, let me know. The link is in the chat. I really hope to welcome you in. Good luck just loving your body today, resensitizing, claiming your pleasure, claiming your power. You are so worthy. Love you all so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's call is an evening call. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern. I really tried to diversify the times for us, so I hope you can make it 7 p.m. Eastern, and I'll talk to you then. Big love to you.